How's it going, everybody? Nick Daniels here, and today we have a very exciting video for you today about MillionaireMatch.com. Stick around. Trust me, you'll like it. All right, everybody. So, MillionaireMatch.com reached out to me personally to make a dating app review for their website. Now, this is no script. I'm allowed to say what I want, but I do have to emphasize two parts of the video, which, of course, we're going to do anyway because I want to talk about it. So, keep in mind that I'm not necessarily just going to say yay or nay, but I would say I said I'd review the site and we'd see how it goes. So, that's exactly what we did. I went to the website and I went to check it out, and we've hit the first hurdle. So, what we're going to talk about is the account setup, how that goes, your verification, that kind of thing, the modes they have on the website and the application, some of the reviews they have, the events, obviously the subscription model, and just additional notes that I found around on the app and on the site. So without any further ado, let's get into it here. So the first hurdle I encountered was actually before making an account. So I went to the website, MillionaireMatch.com, and what I was prompted with was a prompt that comes up, and it asks me if I make over 300,000 USD per year, or if I'm an attractive single. Well, I'm neither. So I immediately didn't know what I was actually supposed to do. Obviously, you can just sign up, but it's just a really weird thing to propose off the get-go. But it does. I will give it that at least it's trying to make itself pretty clear of what they're after. But we'll get into it. So before I really got into much of the account setup, I did look around on the website for a quick minute, and they definitely shoved some of this down your throat a little bit too much for my liking, but we'll get into it. So in the community guidelines, what they offer is you must be 18 plus, pretty standard. They really want to emphasize the no sugar baby or sugar daddy relationship. They want none of that on the site. Obviously, it's probably a well-known fact. Someone's got some money. A couple ladies are going to hit it up. A couple guys might hit it up. And that's what their objective is going to be, is someone else's money. So it is good that they're making it abundantly clear that they're not going to tolerate it. But trust me, you'll see that a lot more in the app. It comes up often. No pornographic photos or abusive photos in content. Don't know how you get abusive photos, but, obviously if you're, like, threatening people or whatever, they take care of that. No scamming, frauds, or catfishing. Again, interesting that they can kind of say catfishing, but we'll get into that later with the reviews. And no fake or poor quality photos, which is very ambiguous to me. The no fake photos I kind of get, but the quality photos, I don't really understand. Like, are you judging them just on not a good resolution? Or, like, not showing someone's face? I'm not really too sure. But it sounds like maybe that is manually moderated, so that's interesting. The website boasts that they have 5.2 million high-quality members. High quality, I put in quotations. We'll take a look into that. 2 million monthly conversations, and this is plus, by the way, like 2 million plus, 5 million plus. Standout was Certified Millionaire, which we're going to talk about. The exclusive VIP members, safe and secure, and the website also shows off-press and media coverage of the app. So, some press coverage that they had, a media outlet talked about it. Ironically, during my transactions in email, I actually checked it here just about 5 minutes ago, and in Gmail, Google's telling me apparently they're like, be careful with the emails. Apparently they detected some, one of the links goes to like a malicious site. I was like, okay. So that's new to me. So I don't know about safe and secure, but I didn't have any issues with it. I went on the website, I went on the app, I had no issues. So that could be Google just messing around. We don't know. Account setup. Upload a single photo at first, and you can't delete the photo while it's pending. And they took my photo from like a verification, like the initial, just like take one like that. So I took a photo, and it's just me like bug-eyed right in. And then the photos I really wanted to upload that were decent photos, I could upload, but then had to wait to upload actually get rid of the other one. And you also, to get rid of that photo, the profile photo, have to move it to another photo. Like, you have to put another photo as your your main photo, and then you can delete it. Kind of annoying. You get a profile headline. The usual prompts, like, do you like smoking or do you drink, that kind of thing. your bio. Like, we don't need to talk about that. You can also write in what you're looking for in a match with someone else, which is interesting. So, like, kind of something that you like in someone else, and I don't mind that. Couple things that are hilarious to me, but I think are fine with the app, but I just think it's funny. There's prompts that are just automatically there. Like, you don't pick the prompt is there. And some of them are how I achieve success, how I keep my body in shape, and how I would like to, help other people, how I would like to help other people on Millionaire Match. Like other members. I don't think anything of that is wrong. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Like, that's cool, because maybe people do want to see, oh, how's that guy successful? What is some of the things he does, right? What's this woman doing as an entrepreneur? That's cool, and that's fine. Not for me, but that's cool. I left them completely blank. Yet again, I'm asked for my COVID vaccine status. I left it blank. I just don't really want to give that information. 100%. If I were prompted from a lady to say we're going to go on a date with me, if she were like, are you vaccinated? I would tell her, yes, right? And I have no problem. I'm not, I'm not out there saying you should or shouldn't have this vaccine. But I just don't want to give that information to every single application I sign up to. I don't need to give that information. You can put some comments on profiles. I haven't really figured out how to actually do that just yet, but there is a notification to look at that, so I thought that was cool. And you have to wait 24 hours to use the app's features. Now, I'm going to throw it out there that there's a pro and a con to that. I really don't like it because someone like myself who wants to use the app was instantly limited to try to use it. Like, you can't do anything on it. Like, you can't, like, really view anybody. Like, you just have absolutely limited features. It's like you watched a trailer to a movie. You're not getting the full deal. And that's on a free account regardless. But it's also probably to stop any fake accounts to try to get in and do anything. So, you're asking about the 24 hours. Is there a way to speed that up? And yes, there is. So you can refer you can refer yourself. You can refer a friend to the app. And they'll use like a code. So there's an invitation like code. They'll type it in and you'll get that notification. You can fill in some key moments, which is the above in quotes, which I wrote as the achieve success, how I got my body in shape. You can upload photos. The more photos you have, the more of yourself. Makes sense. And you can verify your photo as well. So you can do a photo verification, and that all speeds the process right up. And that makes sense. That's fair. So I'm not hating on it, but I don't like it either. But I get it. Like, I totally get why it's there. But it's just like, it's a little intrusive coming right at you. Like, the first account set up, boom, wait, right? 24 hours. So speaking of verification, they call it trust badges, but it's basically just verification. So you can verify in many ways, but there's one in particular we're going to talk about, and apparently I have to talk about, but I really did want to talk about it. So you can obviously do your regular, like your photo verification. You can do a phone number. You can do all of them, by the way, too, and it'll pop up that you verified all of them. Email, like you can type in like an email code. Charity, so you can like actually show if you've like donated, for example, to a charity. Like, you can upload a document. Very different, but cool. And the certified millionaire. So I have a gripe with this, but I totally get why they have it, but I have a gripe with it. So the certified millionaire, how it works is you can go on the app and upload a bank statement, and the bank statement will prove that you make over 300. Well, this amount or over would be 300,000 in USD per year. And if you make that, you get like an actual, like, you will be on the app as a certified millionaire. People will see that status. Like, they will know, looking to you, that you have that status. I didn't like the idea of giving out the private medical information about my COVID vaccine. I sure as heck don't want to give out bank statements, right? eHarmony has done that as well, but not with the bank statement. But eHarmony has done the thing where you can sort people by salary. Like, you can say, okay, like, I want to meet a guy who makes, 45K to 60K per year. Don't know if I like that or not. I really lean towards the don't like that. So in the conclusion, I'm going to sum up a little bit more on the certified millionaire, but that's kind of how it works. And I'll just sum up some more thoughts about it, because I really think, personally, I think a little bit of a rebrand, like a slight renaming, might be a little better, but we'll come back to it. Spark mode slash search. So we'll say we'll explain what that even means. So you can search on the app after the 24 hours and you're good to go. Again, you can completely use this app as free, by the way. So just don't get me wrong there. You can use it as free. So you go in and you can do the search and you can search people up and you have some preferences. There's not that many, but there's preferences. However, at the top of the tab, and it's not like on the bottom where you would think it would be, it's in the top of that tab in particular. It's called Spark. And Spark is what you actually use to search people, to search around. So that's interesting. Now, in Spark, you can't actually change the preferences without paying. And same as in the regular search, there are locked preferences, which is very annoying. But in the actual Spark, you can't really change anything. So you can't even like change the location, or distance or anything, which is really annoying. Like there's like 2 options, so it's really aggravating, and I really hate when they do that. I think all you get is age and sex, which is that's again really frustrating. I don't get that. Now in there, in the top, and it's kind of hard to gauge where this is, and this should really be out there more. Like, they should have its own tab. There's a little option on the top that you normally would think would be the settings. It's actually the icon to the left of it, by the way. But the icon to the right of that icon in the top right corner, if you click on that icon, it gives you some options. Some of them are like online dating safety, I think was one of them, that you could look at. A couple things like account setup, like our account safety settings, things like that. One of that came up was really good. So it was called Moments. Moments is like a forum. Okay, it's like a kind of a forum. So what it is it's mainly just people like posting things like, hey, I verified a photo, a lame post, like anything at all. Like they can just write things, right? It's a forum, right? And you can go in and like it, and you can comment. Unfortunately, it's just not really used that much. And also, part of me, it might actually not be in the top right corner. I'd have to give me 2 seconds here. We're gonna look. We're gonna re-look that up. I can't remember where that was. Or no, it has its own tab. That's embarrassing. I'm gonna edit that. It's got its own tab. That's an edit. I was thinking of something else. But it's got its own tab on the bottom, but it's not really used that much. I don't see any comments on it, no likes on any of the posts. And it's really unfortunate because it's great. Like, I like that stuff. I commented in the Boo Dating app the exact same thing. Hopefully I pinned that above, that I say that. I like that. I like that in the Boo Dating app. I thought it was cool. Like, it's great. You have a little forum. You can interact. People all over the world, like, and I might not like that girl. I don't have to match her to have a conversation about something she might post, which is cool. And you could post, like, questions or videos or anything. But the videos are where I have a problem. So the videos are some of the cringiest things I've ever seen. I saw no guys in videos, by the way. It was just women. And most of them are just girls in bras and leggings showing off their sneakers. Like, one of the videos I looked at was her just zooming in on Nike shoes. Or a horse running around in the background. It doesn't make any sense. Some of them were just like, dancing around in their room. Like, it was just like embarrassing. Like, it was just very cringe. But if they kept it just like a forum like that, it was cool. And I had no problem with that. That's fine. They have an events tab, which is really not that useful, but it kind of works a little bit like the forum. So it'll just show what random people write about a few of the topics above that we talked about. So like the how to stay in shape, how do I get success? It'll just be some people what they wrote, and that's fine. I'm not really against that, and I'm not really with it either. That's fine. Subscription. We were getting to it eventually. 1 month of their subscription will get you a bill of $43.99. 3 months will get you $89.99, and 6 months is $139.99. Now, I don't know. I assumed I was looking at Canadian prices. I will mention as well that I did not see the 1 week trial, which is kind of nice when they have those, and I didn't see a 12-month. I was offered the premium service to do the review, but I'm okay. Don't worry about that. What do you get with that? So you get some features. The features you get are a little misleading from the website, which we'll talk about. So the features that they do promise, though, are unlimited swipes. Now, I haven't actually ran into the roadblock yet on that. I swiped a bunch, but not that much. But I swiped enough that I didn't get a roadblock, so maybe I'm wrong there. There could be one. Personal dating assistant. It matches you with people based on preferences. So I think it's just like a bot, but maybe it's a person. Personal matchmaking services. And again, this isn't really elaborated on at all. It's just this title, and that's what you get. You can send messages to anyone, which is interesting. You can pin a chat to the top of your own messages. Unlimited rewards. Video chat. So, like, again, like, some of this stuff, like, I'm surprised you don't have that automatically. You should have a video chat automatically, right? Username search. So, you actually, and I forgot to mention this in the account setup, is you actually have a username. You don't just go by, like, what's your first name, what's your last name. You make a username. So, it's actually a little bit more, not secretive in a way, but, you know, an interesting thing that I don't mind. I don't mind. That's fine, right? It's completely fine. I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt, okay? Video chat. You can see when they're last online. Username search. Silver. And by the way, username search actually works. You can actually see just part of the name. Like, you can just search half the name, and it'll just start popping up, like, people with that username. Or, like, that continue with it. So, that's interesting. Silver features. I have a question mark by it because it doesn't explain what silver features are or how do you get silver features. But apparently it's who liked you, all filters, and location changes, which again, we talked about earlier, you don't have. On the website, though, it says this for VIP. Profile creation, dating assistant, which is virtual, online profile management, personal matchmaking. You get an email or phone consultation to determine your needs and wants. You get handpicked weekly matches. You get the membership, the confidentiality requirements, concierge services, coaching services. Oh, sorry, I mistake. Sorry, I wrote that wrong. I put them in the same line. You get concierge services and coaching services. I don't know what any of that really is. So it's just weird. So what I really wish is that they would just explain that a little bit more. Like, what do I actually get, right? What does my money get, right? So final notes on a couple of the topics that I kind of didn't touch on too much. So in the search, by the way, you can't actually really message anybody. So you have to like them first, and then you can send them messages. And then from there, you can send, like, pictures or whatever in the chat. But you just can't cold send messages. Of course, you got to pay for that feature to just directly send messages without liking. Keep that in mind. So what I was talking about earlier, and I figured it out, is in the top right corner of the search or anything like that. And hopefully I remember to make a video part of this because I can't believe I don't have it in my notes. I don't know what happened. There's what it looks like would be the settings, and again, to the right of that is the features. To the left, to the left, to the right of that in the top right corner is actually a few options. There's upscale wedding. I did look at that and I thought it was really weird, but they give you like a lot of information on upscale weddings. I think like even people to call, places to go. But I typed in my city and nothing came up. It's completely blank. Typed in Toronto, Canada, nothing came up. So really odd. I don't really know why that's there, to be quite honest, but interesting enough. Matchmaker services, dating assistant were completely locked off to me. I believe dating assistant said I could request it. I went to request it and it was like, oh, you haven't paid. So can't talk about that. Safety center, we're going to get back to in a second. Which links, yeah, we're going to get to that in a minute. Because when you click that, I'm on my phone right now, by the way, double checking. When you click on the safety center, it'll take you to a thing where you can go like incognito mode. You can like look at it. But of course, it's all locked. And the dating advice and safety tips is something that we'll look at in a moment. But the feature request is something that's in that tab. And this is what I said should have its own tab, and I meant it. The feature request is amazing. So what it is it's a community post where people actually interact and like posts and thumbs up, thumbs down. And what they do is they request features, right? Like someone said the video feature should be free. And it got 500 upvotes, right? People are liking it. And what happens is there's like a feature request, like you can make one. There's like pending and completed, and it'll actually go from like from the actual website, and they'll say like what they've done. Like they're like, hey, we changed this up. Some of them, for example, were like again the video one there, maybe more likes daily. Photo verification to do X, right? So like safety features, really good. That's awesome. And it's so great to have an interaction with the community. I have nothing against that. And if anything, it should be more promoted on the website. It's hidden. Like, you have to click into that, go into save in the features, and then go to it. It should be right at the bottom. Right at the bottom. Like, it needs to be seen. Absolutely. Big gripe. So this is the additional notes I have before we get to the reviews. The additional notes I have is what I was just mentioning about that tab, and then you can go to the dating advice and safety tips. It requires premium. You can't look at it. What's the point? Why put safety tips locked behind a paywall? It serves no purpose. It's terrible. Don't do that, okay? Most of the features and the subscription are not really that worth it, right? They're really not, from what I can tell. Possibly the dating coach, that kind of thing, that'd be okay. But I don't think anyone would use it after 1 month. They would just use it the one time and be done with it. But, you know, I could be wrong, right? It's just one guy's opinion, but I look at it and that's what I see. So we're going to read a couple reviews here. We've got a couple positive, a couple negative, but I will admit that I went on SiteJabber and the App Store, and they're fairly negative. They are fairly negative. So this first profile, so many fake profiles. 1 star. Everyone's only looking for hookups. There are many fake profiles out there and people trying to scam real people. Be very careful and watch out. If you see a picture of this dude, and there's a picture of him, believe me that it's fake. A scammer has been using a stolen picture of whoever this person is. Beware. Be aware. I have seen a lot of reviews, actually, many, not a lot, but many, that have pictures of men, it seems to be men, that are all saying they're fake. That are all trying to get money. So, like, it's a little alarming, okay? Terrible for women. I'm actually a pretty good-looking woman at age 29, looking for a serious relationship. Immediately after I rejected a man who was being sexually disrespectful through messages, my profile got suspended, and I'm guessing he just reported me. So, he just obviously fake reported. They emailed me that they took my profile down, and I was told I had to show my ID. So I shared my ID, and they permanently removed my profile without a given reason. This is just a taste of how terrible the site is for an actual beautiful woman. Any man can report you for any reason, and you will get your profile taken down. Lose your matches, all for nothing. Save yourself the headache. And tip for consumers: any man for any reason can report you, lie, and you will lose your account for matches. The only thing I ever did was tell someone I didn't appreciate their sexual messages. And then so on with the review. That is scary. Now, I also will say that's not only for women. That will go both ways. You know, I have been on Bumble, and, you know, it happens. But it's just not good. That's not good. And the fact that you got to show your government ID, like your driver's license and whatever, like, why? Like, they think you're a fake account? Like, I don't understand. Couple more quick reviews. Just the worst. Suddenly locked out. Customer service says I don't have a paid account, but I will go to the site and ask to pay for a membership. They say I already have a paid membership, and when I go to investigate, I found out where I had paid. They still want to question the membership. A ridiculous waste of time with frauds. Not really sure about that. There was a restore purchase option. Not sure if you used it. A couple positive reviews here. 4 to 5. They did their best to weed out scammers. My feedback got a response very quickly, and it's very important. And I think it's important to ask the users to send ID to verify their profile. One more here. Dating someone who is very much compatible with me. I did a lot of research before joining MM. I had a subscription and was quickly matched to several potential singles. Pretty easy and straightforward. I had been on lots of other sites. Many had nothing in common with me. I actually liked the profile questions and format because it focuses on likes and dislikes and interests, as well as money, location, and body types. I have found that many are very appealing. They're a lot closer to what I'm looking for than any matches I've received on other sites. And he also, or she as well, comments down below as well, mentioning just, like, again, the idea of less scammers is good. So overall, conclusion on the application, on the dating site. So the reviews, I will say, were definitely majorly more negative than what I was reading. There were more negative profiles than positive. But, you know, there are always some positive ones on everyone. You know, people get distasteful for certain reasons. I personally wouldn't really recommend the app. I don't think it's fantastic. I think it just doesn't stand out. That's the problem. It just kind of, like, it's just coasting in the middle. If it was kind of rebranded away from the Millionaire title and something just a little bit, like, the idea is fine, right? Like, you want someone who's successful or independent, that's good, right? And there should be a site for that. But don't categorize it as you have to either, like, as soon as I log into the, like, remember the website, as soon as I log into the website, are you an attractive single? No. Are you a millionaire? No. Well, then that's the only two options. So I don't, like, right away, it's like, is this even for me, right? It just feels weird. Overall, not bad, not great. I've seen worse. You do get some features with the payment system. I tried it for about a week. I didn't have anything really meaningful. I did forget to mention, there's always a little part I'll forget. In the matching, in the Spark, you do get like a free unlock here and there. I got like 2 of them. So I could go see like 2 of the people that liked me. One was like out in the States and one was out in Canada. The user base isn't really that great in my area either. There was like 2 people. And the ages are a little all over the place too. Like, you're definitely going to see some young people, and then you're definitely going to see people in like their like 50s. So be prepared for that. But without, you know, the search preferences being the way they are, the location being the way it is, I don't like that. And I don't really know what you get with the features. Like, I don't understand what some of the features actually are. I'm sure they're not completely terrible, but without actually really getting to use them or giving a really good description, it's hard. Best feature on the site so far was probably either the feature request or, again, the Moments tab. Both of them are good. The app looks fine. It's clean. I have nothing wrong with it. But again, like, would I recommend it? Probably not. But I'm not going to tell you not to go to it either. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. We're going to see you in the next video, which should be Adult Friend Finder. Take it easy. Peace.